Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Sound of a Gap and this is Horizon Zero Dawn. Welcome back to a new episode, and in this one we will take a look around Meridian, talk to its citizens to get some more side quests, and talk to Lygan and Aziz from the Hunter's Lodge. We'll even learn a bit about Redmore, a special kind of Thunderjaw, read a lot about past hunts, and take a look at those special merchants. And as you guys can see, not a lot of action, but a lot of backstory, and I really enjoyed it. And if you're new and want to help me reach 1000 subs, hit the subscribe button. It's for free and helps me out a lot. So guys, please enjoy.
You there? Can you help me?
Let's see if I can.
Someone robbed my house.
Oh, alright.
You're the one the Vanguard has been crowing about. The Nora who tracks criminals and traitors with her second sight. If only you'd use it to help me. A thief raided my home and took my brother's sword.
Tell me about the robbery. Don't leave anything out.
It was brazen and professional. They took only the sword, my most valuable possession. The thief went out through the window and scared the shadow off my steward. Otherwise, it would have been a clean getaway.
Why would someone steal the sword?
It's priceless. Made from the burnished antler of a lancehorn, finely inlaid with studded stones all down the...
Okay, I get it.
Forgive me. That's not even why it's important. The 12th Sun King gave it to my brother for his military service. He was killed in battle during the liberation. I was saving it for my nephew who's stranded at Sunfall with the Karja in Shadow.
How did your nephew wind up in Sunfall?
Most of the old clergy backed the Mad Sun King, so when he fell, they ran out of fear of retribution. As an honor guard to a venerable priest, my nephew had no choice but to go with them. Now that my brother is gone, my nephew is my heir. So that sword really belongs to him. And after all he's been through, I won't be able to look him in the face if I don't get it back.
I'll see what I can do about the robbery.
Have a word with my steward if you need to. He saw the thief escape. And listen, all I want is the sword back. Meridian, and my family for that matter, has seen enough strife already. If I can get it back, all is forgiven. No retribution necessary.
Okay, understood. Alright, Robbing the Rich. Yeah, this is another side quest we will do in just a bit, to be honest. But first, there are 2 more exclamation marks, and then we have to talk to Lygan as well, before we start any side quest.
Rugged? Well-traveled? Yes. I would like to
Spice.
talk to you.
Smells like nothing I've ever smelled before. Is that some kind of spice?
Alright, I have no idea how to get to that quest marker, to be honest. I went all the way around. It's somewhere up, but I don't even know how to get there. Not whatsoever.
You need to win 3 half-suns at our hunting grounds to gain admittance to the lodge.
You mean these?
Very well then. Congratulations and welcome. Our members reap rewards and adventure and live on in legend.
Am I a member now?
No, you're only a fledgling. Junior members are called thrushes.
Huh?
To join and become a thrush, you need a senior member called a hawk to sponsor you.
So I need to find a hawk.
Yes, but a hawk can only sponsor 1 hunter at a time, and I'm afraid most of them already have one.
I've overcome worse odds. Where do I start?
Upstairs, present yourself to the Sunhawk Aziz, our leader, who should introduce you to a hawk. I hope it's worth it.
What do you mean?
You'll see.
Okay. Before we go upstairs, let's talk to you.
By the sun! King Avad's edict really is taking effect. Never thought I'd see a Nora here and a woman at that. So, you have marks for me?
What do you mean?
From the hunting grounds. Oh, right, you're new here.
What edict?
King Avad insisted that the Hunter's Lodge had to welcome everyone. Man, woman, outlander, regardless of tribe. Ursa, captain of the Vanguard, came in and delivered that news personally. You should have been there. It was glorious. But I figured they would sweep it under the rug and say no woman or outlander qualified. Yet here you are.
Are you a member?
Me? No. Karja don't exactly encourage their daughters to run around hunting machines. But all the changes in Meridian have been good to me. I don't think the Oseram know how to sell to us Karja. The trader I worked for last couldn't sell flowers to a bee. He was too plain hammered, as they like to say. This is a much better job. I figure I'll be able to open my own shop soon enough.
What do you want with my marks?
You hunters and your badges. I'm not gonna take them. I'm going to give you a weapon that sets you apart.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought that'd get your attention.
Yeah.
If you earn marks in all 3 trials at each of the 5 hunting grounds, come to me. I can give you up to 3 weapons, one for 15 half-suns, one for 15 full suns, and one you'll love for all blazing suns.
Oh, cool.
What do I do with these marks?
If you get the same mark from all the hunting ground trials, I can give you a Hunter's Lodge weapon. Show me what marks you've earned, and we'll see if you qualify for one of these special weapons I have for you.
I'm a little short on marks.
No problem. Once you have marks from all 15 trials, you'll be able to get the next Hunter's Lodge weapon from me.
Wait, you're not even showing me the weapon? I would like to see the weapon first.
What can I do for you today?
Show me your weapon. Please. God damn it.
How are the trials going for you? Have enough marks for a weapon yet?
I need a few more.
A few?
Okay. Once you get marks from the trials at every hunting ground, come back and we'll see what I can give you.
Yeah, we had that before. Interesting. Okay. Alright, we would get rewards. A blast sling weapon box, a war bow, and rope caster. If I'm not mistaken, I bought that shit already. But maybe they will be better. So we will see at some point. Alright. All half suns, full suns, and blazing suns. Interesting. That was Robbing the Rich. But now we will go upstairs and talk to the something with Hawk in just a bit, because I saw that. What is this? Bylaws of the Lodge. Oh, okay. This seems to be a little bit longer. So if you want to skip it, just skip it. I'm gonna read through it, just because I'm very interested to see what the bylaws of the Lodge are. Section 1, Preamble. The hunt is the noblest pursuit in the Sundom, save those of the Sun King and his Sun Priests. The hunt is strength, the hunt is honor, the hunt protects, the hunt preserves. What is the hunt but competition? What is competition without rank, honor, and victor? The Lodge lends law and lore to the hunt, so all will know who has prevailed. Thus, the Lodge is not just its members and not just its house in Meridian. It is the spirit of the hunt, a code to be honored, an ideal to be lived. Only those of the noblest blood can embody the noblest ideals. As such, only Kaja males of pure blood may honor the Lodge and tread in its house. But, to be honest, that is overruled already, not just males and not pure blood. By order of his Radiance, Avad, 14th Sun King of the Kaja, Bylaw 5 of Section 1 is hereby rescinded. Ah, yeah, there it is. Nice. Section 2, Membership. No hunter shall gain admittance to the Lodge without 3 half-suns, 1 with honor, at any hunting ground, see Section 5 below. There are 2 classes of member, Hawk being senior, Thrush being junior. The rank of Thrush can only be gained through the sponsorship of a Hawk. Each Hawk may sponsor only 1 Thrush. There can be only 7 Hawks. A Thrush can only become a Hawk through the death of his sponsor. So, wait a second. Does it mean there are only 14 in total? Or are there more Thrush? Will they stay... Because one sponsor can only have 1 Thrush. So there should be only 14 people, right? The Hawk who hunts the greatest prey shall become Sun Hawk and lead the Lodge. In the event the quality of prey is in dispute, the Hawk who hunted first shall remain first as Sun Hawk. Only Kaja males of pure blood may become Thrush Hawk or Sun Hawk by order of this Radiance. Blah blah. Numbers 7, Section 2. Here's hereby rescinded. Yes. Section 3. Proof of the hunt. The greatest hunts often bear no witness. Therefore, a trophy must be kept. A trophy may be submitted to the Sun Hawk as proof of a victorious hunt. The trophy must be intact, undamaged, and from a recent hunt. The Sun Hawk, well, actually from a recent hunt, how do you know it's a recent one? The Sun Hawk shall have final authority in any dispute over a trophy's worth. And then the last 2 points, we don't need to take a look at that, because males and pure blood, we don't care about that, because Radiance Avad. Yeah. Section 4, to protect and preserve. A hunt for its own sake is noble. A hunt in the service of others is blessed by the sun. When called upon, hawks and thrushes must undertake any reasonable hunt asked of them, if it serves to protect the citizens of the Sundom. The Sunhawk has sole authority to negotiate any fees or bounties associated with any hunt undertaken by members of the Lodge on behalf of the Sundom. Any profit from any hunt undertaken by members of the lodge on behalf of the Sundom shall be shared by all 7 hawks, administered by the Sunhawk. Only Kadra males, yeah, we can skip the last 2 points once again. Section 5, Hunting Grounds. For the purpose of training and recruiting the best and greatest hunters, the lodge shall provide and maintain hunting grounds. Each hunting ground shall test a different range of skills through 3 trials crafted by its keeper, in consultation with the Sunhawk. There shall be 3 rewards for each trial in ascending order of performance: half sun, full sun, blazing sun. Hunters who prove themselves by winning the requisite number of suns may be entitled to special gear at the lodge at the discretion of the Sunhawk. The lodge shall provide funds for the construction and maintenance of all trials and facilities at hunting grounds. The lodge shall receive all profits associated with the sale of parts, ammunition, and equipment from all hunting grounds. Any profits received from hunting grounds shall be shared by all 7 hawks administered by the Sunhawk. Keepers shall be chosen exclusively by the Sunhawk and serve for a term of 7 years. Ah, number 7 seems to be of importance somehow. And then the last 2, we can scrap that, of course. And what's up here? Record of Redmore 1. The record of Redmore by inquiring Jandini man, historian and resident at the Hunter's Lodge. It is all well known that facts recede into fictions as they become memories, and fresh facts themselves are ephemeral among the rumors and legends of the South. This is especially true in the case of Redmore, that most terrible of Thunderjaws, a machine which is nothing if not legendary. Few who have laid eyes upon it have survived, and among them even fewer can be trusted not to embellish their tales. All that said, here I have endeavored to truthfully chronicle all the calamities attributed to the beast, and all the expeditions meant to end such calamities once and for all. None have succeeded. As of this writing, the terror of the South still roams free, scarred perhaps, but deadly as the day the sun first shone upon its armored hide. Yeah, we have fought a Thunderjaw, but not a Redmore. Never have seen anything like that. And the Thunderjaw was a corrupted one. No, not corrupted. What was the word? Forgot. In the early spring of the 18th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, a freehold was destroyed near the hands of the flood. 9 bodies were recovered, 8 riddled with cannon rounds, 1 flattened completely. No witnesses survived. Though never proven, this is widely thought to be Redmore's first attack. In the late spring of the 18th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, an expedition of boar hunters set out from Sandstone Rock to track the machine or machines responsible for the destruction of the freehold. None returned. Their bodies were subsequently found in the south. 3 blasted, 1 stomped. Never proven, but thought to be Redmore's work. In the early summer of the 18th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, an expedition of 6 mercenaries set out from Meridian to track the machine or machines responsible for the losses described above. 1 returned, ribs crushed, clavicle fractured. He spoke of a Thunderjaw which split a man in half with a single bite. This is the first confirmed sighting of the legendary machine, and the one which gave it a name. In the late summer of the 18th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, an expedition of 8 set off from Meridian to track Redmore. None returned, 6 bodies were found near Blackwing Snag, 1 blasted, 3 stomped, 2 eviscerated, 1 swallowed his own tongue, evidently in a spasm of terror, suffocating. Wow. In the autumn of the 18th year of his reign, the Sun King Jiran commanded the Hunter's Lodge to send an expedition south in pursuit of Redmore. After numerous logistical delays, 3 hawks and their thrushes set out in winter. Only 1 pair returned, reporting the death of the others. 2 blasted, 1 stomped, 1 decapitated. The survivors were sacrificed for cowardice, 1 gutted by a sawtooth, the other skewered by kestrels. After the setback, members of the lodge grew wary of pursuing the legendary Thunderjaw. Only the proudest hawks even considered it. Aspirants to the lodge, however foolish in their ambition, eagerly took part in subsequent hunts. In the summer of the 19th year of the region of the Sun King Jiran, the destruction of a caravan south of the Spur Flints, 3 blasted, 2 stomped, 1 immolated, reignited interest in Redmore. 3 expeditions totaling 15 mercenaries went after the machine with only 3 survivors, 9 blasted, 3 stomped, 2 eviscerated, 1 liquefied. In the early spring of the 20th year. I wanted to say I wanted to say 20th century. No. In the early spring of the 20th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, a cohort of 12 soldiers headed from the Rain Gatherers to the Elite were set upon by the beast. Only one survived, one blasted, one stomped, 10 crushed when their fleeing footsteps triggered an avalanche. Oh, okay. In the late spring of the 20th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, 3 cohorts totaling 34 men went in search of Redmore. Alas, they were ambushed by stalkers and only 4 survived. 24 sniped, 6 exploded. Understandably, this ended pursuit of Redmore for some time. In the summer of the first year of the reign of the Sun King Avad, a group of 6 Oseram traders were attacked by the beast. 1 blasted, 3 stomped, 1 spit into a ravine. The lone survivor petitioned Captain Ursa to send the vanguard after the monster, but the request was denied. However, 3 additional expeditions, comprised of mercenaries and hunters aspiring to the lodge, were subsequently commissioned. Autumn, 7 men, 2 blasted, 3 stomped, 1 tripped on his own spear, 1 survivor. Winter, 9 men, 3 blasted, 2 stomped, 2 died from frostbite, 2 survivors. Spring, 11 men, 5 blasted, 1 stomped, 3 retreated off a cliff, 2 survivors. The last known sighting of Redmore occurred in the spring of the 3rd year of the reign of the Sun King Avad. Tarkas, Hawk of the Lodge, got word of a sighting near Thunderhead and set off to take the beast on his own. His thrush, Talana, arrived at the scene too late, just as Tarkas was dying of his wounds, multiple perforations. Talana testified that as Redmore lumbered off through the trees, she could see the spear of her mentor embedded in its hide. I would like to see that Redmore and to fight it, just to see if I can take it down. That would be interesting. Maybe at some point. Ooh, there's more. What do we have here? Legendary hunts. Legendary hunts of the Lodge. In the summer of the 4th year of the reign of the Sun King Marzit, did Farukava's Sunhawk of the Lodge behold a herd of grazers so vast that it filled entire the vale below the Farbeck. Sounds wrong. That it filled the entire vale. Yeah, entire and this is wrong. So we're gonna read this again. Behold a herd of grazers so vast that it filled the entire vale below the Farbeck. His bow was a harp that day, strumming the melody of the hunt from noon to twilight. After, one could not walk a single step across the glen without tripping on an antler of the fallen. It took all 7 hawks and all 7 thrushes to gather the trophies. And with the bounty from their barter, the last wing of the lodge was raised. In the winter of the 7th year of the reign of the Sun King Hivaz, did Daruzif, Hawk of the Lodge, stalk a herd of tramplers from Sand Whisper Valley to the foothills of the Pale Reach. Bombs from his sling fell as hailstones, freezing his prey and the waters of the ford. While the others stood as statues in ice, Hivaz sat upon the largest, driving his spear between his plates and taking his trophy before the rest could even stir. In the spring of the 3rd year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, as the machines of the wilds grew ever more deranged, did Kuvam, Hawk of the Lodge, answer the call from the prefect at Daytower to slay the mysterious creature who ripped his best cohort limb from limb. 4 days and 4 nights he tracked his quarry through the savage east before the brute was revealed, strong as a snapmaw, fast as a strider. From twilight to midnight the battle raged, but Kuvam prevailed at great cost. His left arm chewed ragged at the joint. Thus he named the beast Sawtooth, as he took his trophy from its shattered remains. Interesting, that's how the Sawtooth came to be. But to be honest, what does it say? Strong as a snapmaw? Nah. Fast as a strider? Maybe. Okay. In the autumn of the 8th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, as the machines of the wilds grew ever more deranged, did Galidit, Hawk of the Lodge, follow the shimmering death hunting the southern freeholds into the jungles of the Jewel. Under that tangled canopy, the hunter became the hunted, glimpsing in the shadows more of the eerie lights, till he was surrounded by machines he named Stalkers. Long was his flight through the undergrowth to the safety of the Elite, but along the way he turned his bow to his pursuers and became the first to snare a trophy from that which walks in glinting shadow. In the summer of the 13th year of the reign of the Sun King Jiran, as the machines of the wilds grew ever more deranged, did Aziz, Hawk of the Lodge, dare to tread the path of broken trees, following the wake of the terrible thing that laid waste to the freehold of Morning Light. And so he was first to face the might of the Thunderjaw, greatest of machines that walk the earth. With spear, bomb, and arrow, brave Aziz fought to no avail and only triumphed by turning the Terror's own cannons against it. The carcass of the beast now hangs in the lodge for all to see, so enshrined because its fall turned Hawk to Sunhawk. That's very interesting. Here, this glyph actually tells you that you can use the machine's own cannons against it. You just need to get rid of it from his back, and then you can pick it up and shoot. I did that. But with different machines already. Very nice. So if you read stuff like that, you actually get some hints, some help. Alright, do we have something else? Something more? I have a feeling there has to be something more before we talk here to Aziz, or what his name was. I think it was Aziz. Can't go in there. I don't see anything over there. Alright. So then, nothing else to read so far. Let's talk to Aziz.
Excuse us. The machine rider graces us with her presence.
How do you know I can
You're
ride
Menorah,
machines?
are you not? A fighter from the savage lands.
The sacred land, but yes. I fought for everything I got.
Tell me, do the Nora often wander into other people's homes and do whatever they like?
Just me.
Of course not.
But that is what you're doing, right now. Stinking up our lodge, pestering your betters.
What the fuck
You're
is wrong with
hardly my
you?
better. Legan said I had to meet you to become a member.
That would be true if there were any chance of you becoming a member. But you're a savage.
Doesn't matter.
And no savage will rise in the ranks of the Hunter's Lodge while I am the Sun Hawk. Now be gone.
Do I need to kill
No.
you?
I was led to believe there are rules here. If they count for nothing, then even your position is meaningless.
Exactly.
So quit blustering and tell me. Is there a hawk who is free to sponsor me?
Very well. Talana is free. Wouldn't that be fitting? Trash sponsoring trash.
A little bit more respect.
Now get out of my sight.
Can I kill him? I can't. Alright, then let's talk to Talana.
You're Talana?
Talana?
Mercy said you were a hawk without a fledgling to sponsor. Or are you trying to drive me off too? It's okay, I've dealt with worse.
Yeah. So many
bet you
bullies.
have. But you're wrong. It's not okay. Especially not today.
What happened today?
One of our own just died fighting Redmore.
Oh.
You'll never face a more dangerous Thunderjaw. Cuts through trees, rocks, people.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's part of the hunt.
Is there any actual hunting in this lodge? So far, it's been all talk.
Yes, of course. You fight a machine, then bring its trophy to Aziz the Sunhawk, then no one can deny you brought it down.
Aziz, what's his story?
He's the Sunhawk of the Lodge. The highest ranking asshole. Sorry, member. He's taken down Ravagers, Stalkers, Behemoths.
So, I've taken down a lot of machines.
Yeah.
As have I. Even brought down 2 Stormbirds. But he's a hawk who brought in the trophies first. That's how it works.
So he needs to die then.
Whichever hawk defeats the greatest machine first becomes the Sunhawk.
So we need to... Well, then it's easy. We're just gonna hunt Redmore, kill it, and bring the trophy. And we will be the big guy, the Sunhawk.
How does one become a hawk?
When a hawk dies, his thrush is promoted in his place. No matter how anyone feels about it.
Who is this Legan, the man at the door?
Legan? He's a hawk. He had an impressive run in his day, but he doesn't fight anymore. He supports the lodge in other ways. Unlike the other hawks, who hoard all the best kills and drink the bar dry.
I'm ready to hunt, so tell me, what do I have to do?
You want them to regret looking down on you? Then speak to them in their language. Kill 3 Sawtooths, 2 Ravagers, and a Stalker. Deliver their trophies directly to Aziz. That should shut them all up.
So
Okay.
if I do that, you'll sponsor me.
I'll consider it. Just to make Aziz spoil.
Okay. I don't even know how many I have actually killed. None. None of the trophy. Ah, okay. So this is a special thing. It doesn't matter how many you have killed so far. you have to kill these on the map. I like that. I like that, because those seem to be quite okay. Maybe not too tough. So that's actually quite nice. Alright, I'm still gonna try and find a way to get to that exclamation mark. And and on the way, I'm gonna take a look at all the merchants. If I see something special, something cool, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna show you. And if not, we will just start by robbing the rich, investigate the crime scene. What's going on here? And what is this? Let's say the Sun Faith. 7 articles of the Sun Faith. Yeah, number 7 is something very special in this game. Don't know why, but it's just the way it is. First, over all the world rises and sets the great sun. As is plainly seen, to all plants, animals, machines, and men, it gives life, as is plainly seen. Really, it gives life to machines? Of all the tribes, none have scaled such heights as the Karja, as guided by the sun. Witnessing these things to be true each day, celebrating these things each day, we believe in the sun and its light gladly and without question. Second, only the sun's rightful heir, born of the Radian line that dates back to Araman the founder, is the speaker for the sun. To him, the sun's desires are revealed, and from his lips its desires are acted upon by men. He shall be known as the Sun King, and his word shall be law. Third, in all things we accept the sun's judgment. We offer our bared skin to it, so it might burn our sins away. Dude, that's stupid. We partake of its renewal, we wear its heat for a time. As our skin bears its flesh, its bronzed armor, we are made strong. Oh, that's so funny. In the cracking and peeling away of our old selves, we are made new. Yeah, so you need to get a sunburn, and you peel it off, and you will be made new. And the bronzed armor is just your teint, your complexion, what your skin looks like when it's exposed to sun for too long. Weird. Fourth, in the sun's light we shall speak only in truth, we shall strike only in righteousness, and we shall act as we believe the sun so tasks us. When the shadow falls across us, we shall always remember our illumination. We shall not cast blame for ill fortune. We shall endure. In the coldness of the moon, we accept there will be stillness and death and endings until dawn comes once more. We do this because there are 2 halves of nature, sun and shadow, and to deny one is to deny the whole of things. Fifth, as a twilight time came before us, ending the world of the ancients, so shall a twilight time come again, for this is the cycle of things. The buried shadow shall rise up to eclipse the sun's light and usher in great and terrible change. Even knowing this, we are steadfast in our belief and trust that the sun will again bring a new dawn, as it did for our founders so long ago. Sixth, Holy Meridian shall forever be the seat of the Karja, the city of the sun, and the spire venerated as the mark of its founding. A Sun King born of the Radiant line shall always sit upon its throne, for without a speaker for the sun, its will is clouded. For either of these to be denied is to invite a twilight time upon us. And seventh, clearly the Karja are the children of the sun and preeminent in its gaze, but so too does its light touch upon the barbarian tribes of the north, east, and south. It is the speaker of the sun's duty to interpret if the sun's gaze is directed in approval or reproach. So determined, it is the duty of the Karja to carry out the sun's will, even in places where the light does not reach. Interesting. And I found a way to get up here. Ah, it's this dude. Hello.
Menorah. I'm the mournful Naman. My apologies that we meet like this.
Like this.
In grief. You hold yours close, like a talisman. Wait, forgive me. You didn't come for reparations? Someone you lost to the Sun Ring?
No. I know about the Red Raids, but the Karja owe me nothing.
I see. Well, I could use the help of a strong-willed outlander. Then I would owe you very much indeed.
What do you need?
These people seek to honor their loved, their lost, with their own voices, not mouthing Karja rituals to Karja stone. But there are obstacles. And while Meridian holds its breath for any disturbance, these robes only tie my hands.
What kind of obstacles?
The first pilgrim is an Oseram who seeks to visit the Shrine of Kings on the road to the city. He waits there now, forbidden to enter by an old sun priest who suffer no heathen. This Utaro lost her companion on the edge of the jewel, at a pool where snap moths gather. The shrine was built there to ward off the machines, and its effectiveness leaves much to be desired. And the Banuk would paint a mark on the sun's climb, a call to the machine spirits, I understand. They need no beckoning. Glint hawks perch there, drawn to the spires shining.
So, clear the machines out of 2 shrines and move a priest out of the other.
All I can ask for is your charity and that their stories are heard.
Naman, rituals and prayers can't bring back those who are lost.
No, but it can help those who grieve to find themselves. It can lend them strength and hope, like a new sunrise.
I didn't think your priesthood would ask outsiders for help.
If only the sun would set on our pride. Until this is done, I am no sun priest. To wear a red robe was an aspiration. I aspired. Now our hoods make us blind. We whisper reconciliation, but forget how the old king's priests sang the words and blessed the killing.
The killing? You mean the Red Raids?
Yes. And the sacrifices that came after.
Why did the priests go along with all that bloodshed?
Sometimes we Karja are more concerned with what is tradition than what is right.
Huh. Maybe the Karja and Nora aren't so different. You're disappointed with the Sun Priests, but you still wanted to be one?
I spent my whole life looking up to the temple. My brother's voice echoing in its arches. Even he couldn't turn me away, and how he tried, in the end. He said, when we were loved, our robes were dyed in cinnabar. Now they are stained in blood.
How so?
Our robes are handed down to us. Most of the old priests fled rather than be seen in the glare of a new sun. And so we are left to wear their sins. For me, at least, they hang heavy.
Where is your brother now?
He waits for me on the trail of the sun, I hope. He spoke out against the sacrifices. For a priest to question the Sun King's will, his punishment was worst of all.
You lost someone you loved too. I'm sorry.
No, not lost. When I took on these robes, I found his memory.
I'll do what I can to help those in mourning.
To honor their memories is to honor us all.
Honor the Fallen. Alrighty. Good. And that's another new quest. And now we have to do a bunch. And actually we're gonna start with robbing the rich. Actually, I haven't looked at the merchants yet. I'm gonna take a look at those right now. Yeah, I'm gonna show you some because just because of the collectibles and stuff. And then we're gonna start robbing the rich and investigate the crime scene.
What did you want to talk about?
You were an outlander, no? An adventurer. I used to be one myself. I admit, I miss the beguiling colors of the wilds. Speaking of which, I wonder if you've come across a very special kind of flower.
Ah, the metal
It's
flower.
made of metal, like a machine. Other blossoms grow around them in amazing patterns. These gleaming beauties are very much in demand among my clients. If you bring me some, I have valuables to trade for them.
Cool. First of all, yeah, I talked to him and I pressed record a little bit too late. But I don't know if you kept the first sentence, but I think it's all fine. Alright, let's talk about him first before we talk about metal flowers and the trade.
You said you were an adventurer.
Just so. The nobles of Meridian crave flowers for their balconies and gardens. So out I went, with bow and spear. I made my name by searching the wilds for the wildest blossoms. No bandit nor machine could keep me from those precious petals.
So what happened?
Love happened, my sweet. My paramour frets too much when I venture out. So now I collect flowers for those without such bonds.
Is it worth it? Being restrained like that?
Of course. Freedom is sweet, but the embrace of my beautiful Theridine sweeter still.
These metal flowers, what are they exactly?
No one knows, but some say they began sprouting 20 years ago when the machines started to go mad. Perhaps they grow from the tears of the sun. For he has many faces, does he not? Wrathful one day, cool and patient the next. Perhaps he weeps for our suffering when his anger breaks. Ah, let us haggle over this beautiful bounty.
Alright, what is this? This, what Kudiv's reward box 1 for Mark 1, Flowers Mark 2, and Mark 3. Interesting. This scented box must be opened to reveal its contents, a reward from the Metal Flower Collector. Interesting. To be honest, I want to collect all of them first, and then I will trade them all at once, and then we're gonna take a look at all of them at once. Otherwise, it's just too jumpy. So we'll come back, and we will do this as soon as we have collected all of those metal flowers.
Till we meet again, my noble Nora. Everyone needs a splash of color in their lives. Come, let's talk it over.
Alright, this one has different boxes. Okay, and a few of them do have blue gleam inside. Interesting. Yeah, and actually, yeah, I'm gonna take a look at those at some other point, but not yet. Interesting that this is here as well. Now there are 4 more I can take a look at. Oh, okay. These are the things I need for the other boxes, like dirty baskets and the resin and stuff. I could get that already. There's just one thing missing. A Shellwalker heart, which I can most likely buy as well from one of the other merchants, the first one I talked to. That one. Okay.
Found any Banuk relics in the wilds, Outlander?
You're looking for artifacts.
Yes, but I'm no profiteer. Sun King Avad has named me an envoy to the Banuk. I work on their behalf, looking for sacred relics to return to their homeland, Ben-Ur. I'm especially interested in wooden figures that are sometimes found near Banuk rock paintings. If you have any, I have valuables to trade for them.
You said the king named you an envoy to the Banuk?
Yes, I've been to Ben-Ur many times, and the Wirek chiefs trust me. I help them maintain diplomatic ties with Avad. Some say they're a mysterious people, but their ways make a lot of sense to me. All you have to do is be the best. Doesn't matter if you're born high or low, man or woman. They respect skill, not some fool notion of heritage.
I see the appeal.
I wish more Karja did. Anything they don't understand, they call backward or savage.
Tell me more about these Banuk figures.
Simple wood sculptures, made by Arnak, a legendary hunter who was exiled from Ban-Ur for killing his chief. He left the figures near painted stones in places that reminded him of his homeland. Later, his tribe declared him innocent. Now they see him as a kind of wandering hero and want those figures back. I do what I can to help him get them, including trade for them. If you have any, you ready?
What will you give me?
Let's trade then.
Alright, yeah, we do have those special items. Banuk artifact, I name you my claim. I cannot confess is missing, as well as the vision and mother. Once again, I want to collect all of them first, before we come back and take our rewards.
Come on back if you find any Banuk goods. You there.
Alright then, 2 more are missing. Gonna take a look at these 2 as well, and then we're gonna continue.
Outlander, do you have relics to trade?
All right. What did you want to discuss?
You're an Outlander, which is good. But a Nora, which might be bad. Do you fear the ruins of the Old Ones like many in your tribe?
No. Although some can be dangerous.
Yeah.
Then you may have come across what I seek. In your travels, have you found strange vessels, emblazoned with symbols of the Old Ones?
I have.
They consist of a hollow cylinder with a crescent handle affixed at both ends.
Yes, a cup.
If you bring me these vessels in sets of 4, I will gladly trade what I have for them.
So you're interested in the old ones?
More than interested. I study every ancient artifact I can get my hands on. But years of study have made me too comfortable at my desk. I can't even bear the sun, if the truth be known. I don't know how I'll manage to take a partner. My family presses me for an heir.
Don't look at me.
Oh, no, I'm not looking. In fact, my father already has someone he wants me to wed. She doesn't interest me. I wish I had a brother to carry this burden. I would rather be left to my precious little vessels.
What sort of ritual were these vessels made for?
I'm convinced they were used in conjunction with each other in sets. Some people believe they were used for tea ceremonies. Others think they held sacred essences and oils for worship. But I believe they were used for the solemn custom of shaving one's beard.
Huh?
One for water, one for lotion, and so on. Each fluid in
Weird.
its special vessel, majestically applied to the face at each stage of the rite. It must have been breathtaking. But which vessel was used for which? I have to know. I have to continue my research.
Do you
Are
wanna...
you sure people didn't just drink out of them?
Yeah.
Drink? Out of such finely crafted earthenware? Don't be ridiculous.
Do you wanna shave your beard? Is that what you're telling me? Weird. Alright, I think it's gonna be some boxes, which we can't open yet.
Yes. Trade quickly. I have work to do.
Yeah, exactly. We still need... 6 different, ancient vessels. Yeah. Special items, we do have those. Yeah, we're gonna collect those before we get all our rewards.
I will leave you to the hunt. Be sure to delve into the ruins. Yes. Come here if you will.
And this is the last one. Talk to the steward. Robbing the Rich. Yeah, we're gonna do this in just a bit. Ah, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's just a standard guy. Okay, nothing special. Alright then. Now we're gonna do the side quest Robbing the Rich and take a look what we need to do for that. We have to talk to the steward. Where's the steward? Over there. Alright.